ArsenalFanTV down here at Wembley Stadium, along with Flav from the Fighting Cock podcast. Of course, you know, he's a big Tottenham fan. You're home, man.
Yeah, it ain't really. We're out of here in about, I don't know, maybe 10 more games and we're back to White Hart Lane. This is something that we've had to put up with. It ain't our own, but we've done all right. We've only lost one game here this year, not counting West Ham in the League Cup. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing you lot on Saturday, smashing you up, and then going home.
Before we get into the game, what's it been like being here at Wembley? I mean, I was chatting to a guy yesterday, he said that obviously it looks like Chelsea are going to be coming here next.
Yeah.
And they could be here for 4 years. You lot have only had to be here for a year, but 4 years.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it ain't ideal. It's just one of those things where we had, it's the best. It was the only opportunity we really had. We weren't going to go ground share with you lot. West Ham weren't a way of doing it, so Wembley was going to be the only option we had. It's tough because it ain't our stadium. All the seats are red. You know, it's hard to get an atmosphere.
It's our stadium, you know how many times we've won it.
Bore off, Rob. Yeah. Come on, no one needs to see that shit.
That's why the seats are red, because every time we come here, we win.
Good for you. Yeah, so it's tough, and it's hard to get an atmosphere going in like 90,000. It's not that people ain't trying. It's just it's such a huge stadium. But we've had some quality results here. Real Madrid beat, Dortmund beat, Liverpool beat. So you know the form, the pitch ain't United. Yeah, the form ain't a problem. It's not. We're not going to have any issue with playing here. It's just it's not home, and I'm looking forward to getting back to White Hart Lane.
Now it's the big one this weekend. You know what? Before last weekend, I would have been frightened to death coming here because you guys got a very good team this season. As you said, great record here. We've been very poor on the road, very poor on the road. But the signings of Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan has kind of given Arsenal a real lift. It's kind of meant that we're starting to play in a different style. I don't know. It's only one game last week, but it kind of gave us a bit of a spark, and we kind of come here with a new momentum.
Yeah, absolutely. I can understand it. I was got to be honest, I was gutted when you signed Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan. You know, it's a good signing. There seems to be more balance to your side now. Sanchez was a great player, but Mkhitaryan and Aubameyang give you options. I'm not sure what Lacazette's going to be up to in the next 3 or 4 months of the season, because I'm not sure how he. And
part of the squad, isn't it? He's part of He might even play on. He might even go with the front three.
I can't see it, man. Maybe. I hope so, because I think that'll unbalance you. But, you know, I understand the new optimism. I understand new signings. Ozil signed a new contract as well, which is huge. But Spurs are very dangerous at home. And you say confidence. You beat Everton 5-1. Everton were the worst team we saw play at Spurs this year. So, you know, no doubt, great players. But I don't think it matters. That result against Everton matters too much going into it, in the same way that our result against Man United don't matter. You know, it's a cliche, we say it every time we speak to each other, but form goes out the window. There is it's just going to be about who turns up, who wants it more on the day.
You lot didn't turn up at the Emirates this season. I mean, there was a lot of optimism amongst Spurs fans going into that game, and I was quite surprised how easy we won that game. Could have been more on the day, but normally at home you've been turning us over. Right,
well, the problem is, right, we need 3 at the back. We've got Alderweireld. If he comes back, he's in full training, but we don't know if he's going to be match fit. Alderweireld, Sanchez and Vertonghen, then we can play out from the back. The problem we have, and the problem we had against Liverpool, is when you play 4 at the back, there's less options. You pressed us out of the game because we didn't have options at the back, and we should have played a different, more direct route of football, in my opinion, or sat back, let you come on, and then attack. So it depends on how we set up at the back and how quickly you want to come out. The pitch is huge. The pitch is so big.
We're used to playing on it as well, because we have, you know, all jokes aside, we have been here a lot recently, so we're used to playing on this pitch.
So what I'm saying though is that if you press us in the way that you did at the Emirates, and we've got Son, and you never know, Lucas might play our new signing who's absolutely rapid.
Lucas Moura, yeah.
There's a chance for us to hit you on the break there, but the game will be won in grit and determination in midfield. Dyer and Dembele are on fire at the moment, so we'll see. I'm nervous. I feel horrible. I hate the week. I hate the game. I love it. That final whistle goes when we've won. And if we lose like we did the other day, we have to take our medicine. You know, it's the way it is. But you lot are going to have to take your medicine if you get beaten. I
took my medicine last year, didn't I?
Yes, you did. Fair
and
enough.
Some?
Yeah. There was a lot of commotion. But you know, your face now, Robbie. You know, you put yourself out there. You're going to get sometimes the wrong kind of attention, unfortunately.
Hold on, you're trying to say it as if serve you right, sort of thing.
I'm trying to say it's a North London...
Only carry a football game, man.
I'm trying to say it's a North London derby. We hate you. We hate you,
it's all good.
And you know
we hate you.
And you know, sometimes stuff happens, but I'm not saying, you know, I know some of the things that happened, and not all of it was a bit untoward. But you know, the fact is, you and ArsenalFanTV and Arsenal fans, because of how chippy you've been over the last 20 years, you put yourself up on a pedestal.
How chippy we've been.
You've been terrible over the last proper, and that's why last year we gave it so much.
How chippy?
Proper chippy, yeah.
What are you talking about? How chippy we've been? I mean, you lot are always giving it. You ain't even won anything.
Yeah, I know, but it's, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? You've got to front up somehow, and you know, we'll always be a bigger and better football club than Arsenal.
We have
we got the history and the tradition of football club that you ain't got, and I understand it's all.
That's why you're playing here.
I understand that it's all important.
Great history.
All important stuff is about what happens on the pitch for you.
You know what?
But it ain't so much at Spurs.
Big question at the weekend: can Harry Kane and Dele Alli stay on their feet, or are they going to be diving around like Tom Daly in the game, like what they did against Liverpool?
I mean, if it wins,
backed up by your manager, by the way, who condones it all.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
So you're condoning it as well?
What? Look, Spurs for a long time was soft, easy Tottenham. You know, soft underbelly, 3-point lane. You know, Roy Keane famously said, "Look, we're worried about lads. It's Tottenham. They're going to fold." We don't fold anymore. We're a horrible, nasty little football club at times.
Cheating football club. So you're a horrible little cheating football club, you're saying?
No, you said that.
No, but you just condoned diving. You just said it's all right. Why not?
I don't condone Dele Alli's dive. That was horrendous. Harry Kane had the right to go down because he got touched. So whatever, it's up to you.
Let's have it right. You're saying you don't mind them diving and that. It's all right to do that. That's fine because before soft underbelly and that, it's all right to dive.
Yeah, I'd rather be this than what we were previously, which was like just bend over and take it kind of football team. You know, Arsenal come up, oh shit, it's Arsenal, the red and white shirts. Now it's like, fucking, how do we get past these? We'll do what we can. And look, you look back at all the successful teams in the future. They don't, in the past, they don't have nice footballers. Roy Keane, Vieira weren't nice footballers.
Well,
Perez was a diving cheat as well, but he got you over the line.
A couple of times he did dive, and I didn't like diving. I don't like diving,
Robbie. I don't like it, but it's a part of being successful. If we want, like you're saying we ain't won nothing. Pochettino ain't won nothing. If we win it, no one's going to give a shit about the diving.
Yeah, you've been diving and you still ain't won nothing. So what's the point? Well, I mean, try and play the game fairly.
Wait and see what happens at the end of the season. Maybe we will do. Maybe next season. Whatever it is.
One thing I have to admit as an Arsenal fan, begrudgingly, it's hard, very hard. But Harry Kane, he's been doing bits this season, 100 goals the other day. Yeah. He's going to be the guy that I'm most fearful of. Him and that Son, actually. I rate that Son. Yeah. But I'm very fearful of him. He always seems to score against us. But will you be able to keep hold of him, though? That's the thing. I mean, the money that you got him on at the moment, are you going to be able to hang on to Harry Kane? I mean, I think he'll stay around till you go to the new stadium. But after that, if you don't win nothing, he's going to be gone, isn't he?
Yeah, you've got to match his ambition. Obviously, he's not going to stick around at that. You know, he clearly does love Tottenham. He's talked about it openly about how much he loves the club. But there are going to be times in his career where he wants to win something, and we've got to prove over the next 3 or 4 years that we are the club that he can do that with. In terms of his contract, he'll be given a new contract. You're right, he's on peanuts compared to what he should be earning for other players.
How much do you think they'll give him?
So they're mooted at 200,000 a week.
But even that, you think Sanchez is on 350,000?
Yeah, but that's
he's
madness.
The top goals.
Yeah, but
how many games Kane Golden Boot nearly every year?
Yeah, but Sanchez is about his contract situation. That's why he got so much. That's why he could fucking walk around being a dick trying to.
Özil's on 350 grand.
Yeah, again,
you know, Harry Kane's going to look at it and say, "Hold on a minute, Golden Boot every year, 200 grand. I could go to Real Madrid and get 400."
Yeah, I don't think it's that.
You ain't going to be able to keep him, are you?
No, of course we can keep him. No, if you're under the assumption that we won't progress. Of course we're going to progress. We've got an amazing manager.
Ain't going to win nothing.
We're going to have lots of money. Look, you're just saying stuff now, Rob, right?
I'm not just saying stuff.
Yeah,
I'm going.
You're just trying to goad me into saying some bullshit about him leaving.
When's the last time you won anything? You've been playing well. Tottenham are a team on the up, definitely.
When have you ever seen Tottenham play the way we play now? Never. Maybe not since 1987. It's a different Tottenham, a new Tottenham. Listen, you lot are worried. You're worried. You're clearly worried.
I am worried.
All your fans are ArsenalFanTV all worried about Spurs.
I'm worried.
And you should be.
Going into the game, I'm worried. You're a good team. Yeah, you're a very good team, right? There's no denying that. But what I'm saying is, winning the league. Now you see the money that City are spending and that. Yeah. Even for us, also, I look on it and say it's hard to get past these guys. How are you going to keep hold of him?
The game's fucked. So I'm not going to worry.
How are you going to keep hold of him then?
Well, it's not the be all and end all. Like if we can't win anything and you know, and he has to go, You know, there'll be other players. You know, it's not the be all and end all. Like, what more important is what you're saying is no matter how much you spend, no one can compete with City. They're going to run away with the league this season. So Arsenal have had to spend, 56 million on Aubameyang and a Mkhitaryan, and spend the money that could have been used elsewhere, but as a reaction to Sanchez going, because they've got to try and keep up and stay in the top 4. So you're actually having to gamble. You're gamble to sit in the top 4 because of the money that Man City and Man United, to be fair, are spending. So, yeah, the game's fucked. The competition as a whole is pretty fucked. Man City's dominance is ridiculous. You saw Pep Guardiola when he's talking about, fuck it, we haven't got enough money, I ain't got enough players to fill my squad. Like, fuck
That's
off.
what I have to say. One thing I do respect Spurs for, they are trying to do it in the right way. So respect to them for that. I mean, and this game is such an important game in that the fact that if we win the game, it's all about that top 4 thing. We'll get within 2 points of you, and with the results, the way the results went last week, I thought we was out of the top 4, but we've got a chance to get back in it now.
Yeah.
Who do you think will get in the top 4?
I mean, like you say, like a couple of weeks ago,
Look at Chelsea as well.
I thought we had Chelsea are falling apart at the seams.
Yeah.
It's gonna take one of them ones. It's gonna take like Chelsea to fall apart. Maybe Liverpool's defence will let them down. I don't know. My heart says Spurs will get in, but I'm not 100% convinced, because it's such that top 6 set of teams is so much better than anyone else in the league. So it's not often that people are going to be dropping points. That's why Conte's last 2 results have been insane. So I don't know. I'm not going to say Arsenal because I never would, but I think Spurs, Liverpool, Man United, and Man City.
Okay. All right, well, so that's Flav from the Fighting Cock podcast. None of you are going to go over to it because you're all Arsenal fans.
You're not welcome. No, you're not welcome. I don't want you to listen.
But I have heard from Spurs fans that it's pretty good. Yeah, so if you're a Spurs fan, jump on it. It is a great podcast. I did hear a snippet one time, and they are pretty funny, even though they're always taking but they are pretty funny. But listen, I won't wish you best of luck or nothing like that. But nice to see you again, mate.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, keep nut down on Saturday, all right?